Talk to us about what you're seeing in TJX.
Yeah, so with TJX, that to me feels like a little sometimes of that kind of barbell type strategy in the retail or consumer discretionary area. It on the technical side, it looks good. So it's in a short-term and a long-term uptrend. So it looks like it wants to kind of head back up and head for more of a breakout type technical play. On the billion-dollar fund manager, the institutional side of the spectrum, I've actually been seeing several months of holding, but prior to that, at the end of last year, it had a lot of accumulation starting in that October, November, December. So that kind of ramp up that you see right before where we're at right now. So their earnings have come out, plans to expand. I think it was 150 new stores globally. So here, US, Australia, Canada, and Europe. So they're global. And they bumped their dividend up 13%. They introduced a 2024 pretty large buyback plan. So for me, I was in this when I saw the large buying. My first entry was on October 17th. So a little bit of a cushion now, which is nice. So I could ride through earnings. But for me, it's earnings are coming up on the 17th of May again. So that's kind of where it's coming up soon. But for me on this one, it's I would expect that after I saw such large accumulation from that October through December timeframe, that hold to me looked okay. It was very light in general. So TJX looks like a name that can kind of weather the storm a little bit better in a more of a pullback or a economic type slowdown environment. So that's what's was on my radar.
Great. So your entry in mid-October there, it was when it was turning around and getting above its moving averages that all started coiling up there. So how would you handle any adds to this position?
Yeah, adding now. So adding a tiny bit yesterday, adding potentially this week. So that looks really good to me. I know it's maybe not the most exciting name in the Can Slim world, but it's this is kind of what I'm seeing, kind of playing the opportunity that's being dealt. I saw an interesting quote that's so straightforward, but it makes you kind of stop and think a little bit. It was from a performance coach. His name is Dr. Gio Valente, and he said, "Deploy capital proportionate to the opportunity in the moment." And I always think a little bit about that is we get so involved with our positions, the stories, the numbers. And okay, well, what is the M in Can Slim? What are the earnings? What's the data? What's the facts telling us? And then a lot of it was the chart. And I would say that this one, it's holding up. And to me, this is in a very difficult tape when I'm looking at like what's according to a lot of my processes, what's attractive today. There's not a lot. It's like Keurig Dr. Pepper, it's grocery outlet, it's Toast, it's Intuit, it's it says possibly not a good sign turning of emerging markets, like an inverse emerging market ETF. So it's not the world's best environment right now, and this is a little bit of a defensive play.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for that, Scott.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Investors Business Daily on YouTube. If you want to watch more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.